Okay. Good morning. Quite early right now. I think it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and me having nothing better to do, I want to show you guys how to make paper bags, packing paper, whatever you want to use, whatever kind of brown paper, look like leather. I've done this on furniture. I've done this on walls. I'm contemplating doing it on a floor, but right now I'm going to show you how to do it on the canvas. And all you're going to need is supplies or whatever you're going to use. And whether you're going to use this on walls, whether you're going to use this on furniture, it doesn't matter. All the prep is the same for how I did it. It lasted in my bathroom ceiling for as long as I had it there. It lasted on the furniture just fine. If you ever need a repair job, it's the cheapest. It's called water and glue. I'm going to show you guys. Take your Elmer's glue, just like this, pour it in, add water. I can't tell you the parts because I don't know how much you're going to use, but you basically want it to do this. See that? That basically means you can drizzle it. That's what we do. I happen to buy packing paper by the roll because I use this as wrapping paper, brown paper packages, pineapple string. So this is what I use. So I already have a bowl that I filled, but I'll show you guys what I did, which I took a huge sheet and rolled it up as much as I could to get wrinkles. The more wrinkles that you have, the more aged and leather look you're going to have. If you don't want it to look like that, don't wrinkle it up as much. If you just want it to look like a suede look, do not wrinkle it. Just tear it. So go ahead, and what I like to do is take it and rip it down like this. And then from there, just going to find pieces that I like the size. That's about the palm of my hand. I like it. I ball it up. I throw it in my bowl. And then when I'm ready to start, I have my canvas here. I have my paint. I have my, let me back up here. So I have my bowl of all of my ripped paper. I have my bowl of glue. And then I have a rag to wipe my hands because it gets messy. Now, I have done this before where I will just open these up, find where I want to place it, and then throw it in the bowl, which you can do too. This paper does not rip. I have saved all my brown paper bags from shopping, and I actually like it because some of them have those red or blue writing on it, and I actually like that in there. So let's get started. You can paint the piece or the canvas or both. I'm going to do it all. I just kind of go with what. So I'm going to paint this spot here before I lay it down. I'm going to also paint the paper. And we're just going to get in here really good and just paint the whole thing. If it's wet, good. You think, okay, well, if you wet the paper, it's going to tear. Not the case, okay? And I actually kind of want it wet because I want it to be I want every single color to change in here. Like this just went darker, okay? I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it down in that same spot and say, well, I can't see. This is foolproof. You can't jack this up. Now, I've laid it down, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take more glue and I'm going to go over top it. Why am I going to go over top it again? Because while I'm doing this, I'm just pushing the air out. I want this to be flat to my canvas and all the air gone. Okay? So now I've done it underneath, back to back, and so this is what you have. See? Nothing to see. Now you see that glue and those streaks of glue and everything else? All that's going to dry clear. And the great thing about this too is that it's going to give it kind of like a shiny effect. So you can either paint over it. What I'm actually going to do too is I'm going to stain this. So once this dries and it's all done, I'm going to stain it. I'm going to take a gel stain, a Java gel stain, which is the same gel stain that I stained my cabinets with. And if you look on Pinterest, they'll show you Java gel. You don't have to do anything. There's no prep, no nothing. I highly recommend it. It was not a Pinstrosity. If you don't know what a Pinstrosity is, that's where something on Pinterest is terribly wrong. Gel stain is amazing. Java is just the color. It is absolutely amazing. Okay, so another piece, and then I'm going to show you guys how to do the edge. I'm not going to show you the whole entire thing. All right, again, I glued down on the canvas. I glued the back of this. I'm going to follow this up right here on the edge of this, overlapping, again, so there's nothing left to see. Brushing on top again to get those air bubbles out. Boom, done. Okay, now, to get these edges, when I do so I'm going to undo some of these because what I'm looking for now is where I ripped from the straight edge of the paper. Now, if I do not want to wrap this, I don't have to worry about that because I'm going to go behind it. However, I just want to show you guys on cases, especially like with furniture, where you have a straight line and you need to, or a wall or a floor. Now this piece right here, okay, can you see that's a completely straight. This is where the top of the paper was, so that's 100% straight. We know we're good there. So what I would do there is come to the straight part. Let me see if I can show you guys this. I'm not very good backwards on camera, guys, so let's try. Okay, so I'm going to come right here. I'm going to paint this. Okay. Again, and it doesn't matter how much you use, it's not. So then I'm going to take, okay, I'm going to paint the back of this again, like I said, without dripping just all over my island. Okay. Part running my wall to make it all over my hand. On. Okay. Now, I'm going to line this up right here on this edge. You see that? You see how that gave me that straight edge that I need? I'm going to wrap this around again. So now what I need to do, because you see how it's not tied down, it's not glued down, it's not any of those things. So, again, what I'm going to do is come back over here and go over top of it with our glue, brushing out all those air bubbles underneath. Now, as this dries, like I said, you're really going to pick up that sheen. You're going to pick up that coat of, if you want to get these air bubbles out, because where it does not stick, it will lift, okay? And if you're doing this on canvas, your canvas will get wet, okay? Because it's canvas, it's a fabric, it will get wet. You can use a blow dryer to speed up the process. And you're going to want to make sure it's really good and dry before you decide to go back on here and use the stain. I'm doing this because my house is covered in antique, and I'm actually using typically on the floor because I don't want to get it on my island. And if you do, again, this is just water and glue, so the cleanup is easy. This is not hard. You can use really big pieces if you want, if you have a bigger project, or if you have a smaller project, I encourage you to use smaller pieces. Again, I'm not going to bore you guys watching me in this huge long video of how to do this and everything else with every little piece of paper. This will not take that long. This is probably going to take me maybe, I want to say under an hour to do this piece of canvas. If you have furniture or a wall, I just saw, like I said, where they're doing floors with this. I'm not sure how well that's going to hold up. All I can do is speak to myself and give you guys experiences from me, which is, like I said, I've done walls, I've done ceilings, and I've done furniture. All held up amazingly well. Elmer's glue is amazing. You can't beat it with a stick. It is definitely in it for the long haul. So, you guys have any questions? Message me. This is really easy. It's foolproof. I promise you. The rougher the edges, the more wrinkled it is, the more weathers will look. Like I said, if it's not, it won't be. And as it dries and it gets wetter, every little wrinkle that you have will get darker and it will settle in. As it dries and as it absorbs more into it, like I can already see, and I'll show you guys real quick here what the difference is in these two colors already. One second. Okay, let me come over here and show you guys this real quick while it's still, and I don't know if you can see it, but can you tell the color difference between the piece I just did and the other two? The other two are much darker. This one is not. You can't see because God knows what is this? Laptop cameras are awful. Anyways, so it's starting to look like. I'll finish it up. I'll even do another video when I stain this for you guys to see how I do that, what this looks like at the end, and everything else. So any questions? Click below, comment, whatever. You guys have a great day.